It's the NFL on EA Sports, where the division rivals will clash in the AFC East. It's the Barons and the Bills, coming up next.
They indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with their opponents. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
On first down, Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 63 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
2nd and 9. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Carter a week ago. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
Another run on second down with Carter. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to lick the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To the air, Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run with Carter, and he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Allen now on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Allen going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And again, it's Allen. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Allen to throw it. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll start on the ground. Carter. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's Wilson. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
On 1st down, it's Carter. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now Wilson. Oh, he stays up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Uses the stiff arm, and they're able to get this one across the 35. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Singletary. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Being chased out left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And now they'll throw with Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And this this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick here is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They go play action now. Wilson. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, it's Carter. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Shoves him aside. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On 1st down, Singletary. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Allen. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Play action. Now it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play, but end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down.
Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up 1st downs. That's what we just saw right there.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Here's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good to make it 17-7. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll check this one down to Carter. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 3 yards the gain there, second down. A throw to the flat for Carter. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, Wilson. And that's complete to Adams. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down, Wilson. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's complete to his running back, Carter. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He'll dump this off to Carter complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start down in the Sunshine State, an AFC East matchup between New England and Miami. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Colin Kaepernick has thrown a touchdown pass. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On second down, a run with Carter. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carter. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now, hold on here, we've got an injury. Well, that's Devontae Adams, the wide receiver down on the ground here. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, it's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there.
Responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player who's having that type of a day because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. But bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, you know, would they rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns?
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns. But all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Throwing now is Allen. Going deep for Diggs.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And on now is the punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. So here are the Bills to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Singletary. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his throw here is incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there.
And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Singletary again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. On play action, Allen. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play, and even better execution.
Now Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox from 40 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson.
He'll drop that down to Carter underneath.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And look at the numbers. They have gotten him more involved. I guess the question now, Charles, defensively, how do you make him less involved?
That's always the key question, isn't it? Sometimes other guys are starting to play really well, and you shift your attention to them. You got to make sure you got full focus on him because he's so good that if you don't, he finds a way to make plays. Always have 2 guys in his vicinity, usually trying to bump him off the line of scrimmage and get him out of his route.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. Shoves him away.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a run with Singletary. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To the air, Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
A.J. Epinesa
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down.
And with the scoreboard against him here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets him up with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
A handoff for Carter.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
To throw is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. On third down, they go with Singletary. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Now Wilson on first down.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, here's what happened, mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for the...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38.
He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. 1st down and more for Allen.
And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. On 1st down, Singletary, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But Let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively. My goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on fourth down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air.
The extra point up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Past midfield, look out. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
122 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 13, and time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense have had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
And now the Bills will bring the offense out onto the field and go for 2 here. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now it's Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
They'll check this one down to Carter.
3 yards the gain there, second down. One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Bills, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.